Guys, I want to talk a little bit today about habit-based coaching or psychological coaching. I'm sure that's something that most of you have seen at this point. There's some big companies out there like Noom and Precision Nutrition that have been pushing habit-based coaching for a while now, specifically as it pertains to nutrition coaching. I'm actually a precision nutrition coach myself, and so I've been doing this with clients for years now. But I want to talk a little bit about what habit-based coaching is and if it's right for you. Just a little bit about what habit-based coaching is. If you think about what we normally do when we try to get our nutrition or lifestyle habits in check, we usually think diet, right? And when you think diet, it's usually a lot of negative connotations that come with that. So a normal diet, we think we've got lots of restrictions that we're implementing. It's going to be short term. It's not something that we're going to do for a long period of time, right? A diet has always got kind of an end in sight. And we can't wait to be at the end of our diet, right? We can't wait to get back to eating normal. Habit-based coaching is really trying to break out of this diet culture of something super restrictive that lasts for a short amount of time, and then we go back to our old eating habits, because usually what happens with the diet, right? You see great results during the diet. After you finish the diet, right, we kind of put all that weight back on. We see kind of the reverse effects. So habit-based coaching is trying to break us out of that cycle. And really what we're doing is trying to focus on less to achieve more. So habit-based coaching, we're trying to focus on kind of one thing at a time. If you think about a diet, it can seem sort of overwhelming, right? You have to change all of these different things. And you've got normal life going on, right? You might have kids, work, family, whatever it is. You've got a lot of other things going on, and to try and overhaul your eating habits can feel a little overwhelming. So nutrition or habit-based coaching, we're really focusing on one thing at a time until we implement that, and then moving on to the next thing. Habit-based coaching is really not a new concept. There's been tons of studies done about changing habits, not specific to nutrition, and the success rates of trying to change multiple things at once versus changing one thing at a time. And as you add even just one additional change on top of just one thing, the success rate drops dramatically. So we can be anywhere from 50 to 80% successful changing just one habit at a time. If we add even just one additional habit on top of that, that success rate drops below 20%. It's not something new, and there are a few specific things or rules that we like to enforce with habit-based coaching to make sure that the habit sticks, and basically make it almost impossible for you to not change over the course of 30 days of implementing a new habit. So the first rule is pretty obvious, and that's just choosing one habit to change at a time. Again, we're looking at that success rate of changing one thing versus multiple things. So stick to just the one thing. Over the course of at least 2 weeks, we like to implement things. And then the second thing is make it easy on yourself, right? The first change should be something that you feel confident that you can complete 100% of the time. So if you want to exercise for 30 minutes a day and you think, oh, that might be tough to do every single day for 30 minutes, start with 10 minutes a day, right? Until you get to a point where you feel 100% confident that you can do that every single day. And then the third thing is to choose something measurable, right? We want to know what success looks like for us. So if we choose something arbitrary, it's hard for us to know if we've done that thing for the day. So Again, make sure that you know what success looks like for yourself. So again, we go back to kind of 10 minutes a day of exercise, or eat breakfast every morning, something that you can track and measure, so you know if you're being consistent and successful. Then piggybacking off of that, we want to make sure that we're tracking every single day that we've done that habit or not. We get distracted super easily, right? So it's important to have that daily reminder that we're doing this thing, that we're checking in, even if it's a no, right? At least we're checking in and being reminded that, hey, we didn't do this today, we need to get back on track tomorrow. And then finally, we want to make sure that we're celebrating each of our successes. So it kind of goes back to this psychological based coaching, right? Every little success that we celebrate starts to build this positivity in our mind. We feel good about ourselves. We feel good about the progress we're making, and we continue on making that progress. So just to recap, I mean, habit-based coaching is really about making lifelong changes versus a diet, which is kind of short-term, has an end, and feels really restrictive. So trying to build something a little bit more positive, which will help psychologically and staying consistent with what we're working on. And we've helped hundreds of clients create a successful, healthy routine by just changing one thing at a time. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comments below, and like and share this video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys.